Hey, what's up, guys? So I'm going to drop this video in here. This is actually a breakdown of the other video you can find on my YouTube, where Temple and I close a $3,500 a month deal on a contract with a realtor with my son, my 5-year-old son, in the room watching Goosebumps while we did it. It took us roughly 13 different closes. So we're gonna break each one of those closes down in this video. If you're watching this on YouTube, I will link the description down below. If you're watching this on Facebook, my Facebook group, it'll be above this. And I'm gonna link the actual footage of us getting the actual signature, because my computer died that we were recording it on 10 minutes before the close. So you guys are gonna see the entire closing process, which is separate from the actual discovery rapport building process of us actually pitching the deal. This is just us closing the deal. So it's everything besides us getting the signature. But like I said, I'll link the video of us, Temple and I, after we closed the deal and got the signature, since we couldn't get it on recording because my computer died 10 minutes prior to that. So broke everything down. Check it out. Let me know what you guys thought, and I'll see you later. Drop a comment.
Yes. So this package, is this per zip code?
No, this is whatever zip codes you want to work in. Obviously, you guys need to have listings there that you're actively running.
And that can be a threshold too. If we notice that you guys are trying to spread yourself too thin,
Sure.
your budgets, I mean, we'll let you know. Because we might just tell you like one's enough, like we can't spread it out of that zip code, but we'll let you know. And we'll let you know after you get started, because then we'll put it in there if we notice that, hey, you want to be more than one because the market's too small, we'll let you know that.
And when is the monthly payments due?
Great question. As soon as we start today, and then every 30 days after that, every month after that.
So the only month the guarantee wouldn't apply would be month 1, because we're putting it together and then we launch everything, obviously. But everyone's after that. So.
Well, I mean, I think we would have to talk about it.
Yeah,
See how we want to arrange it. I mean, I'm definitely interested. I'm not afraid of spending a little money.
Yeah,
For sure.
Do you recommend it for a new agent? Are you trying to get started out?
I'll be honest with you, usually don't work with new agents, but it's not because of their expertise or anything like that. Yes, they are newer with closings and they don't really have that higher of a closing rate, but you've proved you're not in that bracket. But ideally, they just don't have the money, and they have a limited concept. They don't know that they have to invest in their business to grow their business. So it's not worth the time talking.
They also don't have the ambition to have a team. So anytime I hear that off the bat, it's a good fit.
So you think this is very geared to team oriented?
What I know is that if you're looking to pull the trigger and you were to pull the trigger today, there's really no reason not to. If you're interested, is because, I mean, there's no risk. And that's what makes us different. So that's why we don't go out and hound, we don't go out and hound real estate agents, because we don't have to. You know, there's not a risk. And that's why I brought Temple in. When I saw the process, I saw that it works, was consistent. It was a no-brainer. So we don't have to go out and hound people. So there would be no reason not to get started today, because there's no risk involved. That would be the, I mean, outside of month-1, I guess, technically, but yeah.
But you guys know where we are now, so technically you come with pitchforks and all that.
Well, it is Missouri. Don't challenge them. We're not in Cali anymore, so. Anyway, so that's why I would say we can get started today. There's no risk involved. If you're interested from what it sounds like, we can do that. It's just a matter of which one you wanted to start with.
Sure.
So which package do you want?
So you're saying the guy who started out with the 3-month package, when he wanted to switch, so then after that it became $3,500, he still had to pay $5,000 until he wanted to switch.
No, that's month 1.
Yeah. And he hasn't switched yet. He literally just signed on a couple days ago. But he was asking, that's why I was bringing that up. He's saying, hey, if this works really well, and obviously we know it will, after 1 month, and I'm like, can I just pull the trigger on the 12-month and get those savings? You can cancel that 3-month and switch it out for the 12 months.
So essentially, as far as like putting the least amount of skin in the game, that's probably
That would.
the way to
best
do
way.
it is investing the, first 3 months, $5,000.
If it goes the way we want it to go, then we just convert over the phone.
And I mean, I don't want to ask you guys to marry me on the first date either. I know it's a big commitment. I'm all for it. I'm looking to get married, but if not, you have a lot of lies. I understand. So if you guys do want to go more on that first date route, this would be the best bet for you. I want to be honest and like straightforward. You guys have been straightforward with us. 3 months. That's all we need to show you that this works. You're not going to become filthy rich off it, to be honest with you. You're also not going to be poor. But you will see that what we do works. It's proven. There is actually no risk. It's no fluff or anything like that. And it will serve as a future benchmark for business moving forward. So what I ask is you give us those 3 months, just 3 months. I mean, what's really the worst going to happen with this going on? If you see what I can do is 3 months and you get half the results or that you think you can get with us, I guarantee you'll give me a shot at bigger opportunity down the line.
So essentially, we would be risking $5,000. Because you said that guarantee is not,
With the build out.
is
Yeah.
not,
Yeah.
I mean, if it doesn't work the first month, you're not getting the leads, that's still.
You're gonna get leads in month 1, but yeah, I hear what you're saying. Yeah, that would be the only month without a guarantee.
Right.
But yeah, you will get leads.
Well, let's talk about it.
Yeah, I
See
mean,
how we want to.
yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm ready to say, boom, let me sign right here, but I mean, I'm moving heavily towards it.
Yeah.
Which option are you leaning towards?
I would say the 3 month option.
That's kind of what I was thinking too, in hopes that, just like you said,
Lead to
turn it into
a longer
a
term
long-term deal.
Percent.
What's your goal? Like, what's your goal? What's a 5 years, forever? What, I mean,
I don't want to get divorced, I'll be honest with
Yeah.
you. But yeah.
It's happened before. It will eventually, sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, you guys aren't gonna be in real
Just
estate forever.
business.
It's just business. But yeah, at least a couple of years, I would hope you guys stick on until maybe you want to hire in-house and maybe that works better for you for some weird reason. Yeah, I want to focus on making sure I show you results in 3 months. That's my biggest thing.
I
Because
mean, what would your anticipation be month 3 of closings for, like, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, that's what it's all about, is closing deals, and that way he can continue to pay you and
hard money.
pay himself, and I can reap the benefits from
Yeah.
him doing.
From a business perspective, this is how I view anything that you put your money into based on what you're getting per home. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you're only closing 3,
Sure.
okay? Because I can tell you what I would hope that you would close based on how we can reverse engineer the KPIs, but at the end of the day, you close 3, you're making money.
so here's my situation here. I'm gonna be capped fairly soon.
Yeah.
So I'll be getting the whole pie.
Yeah.
So that should help.
The whole pie as in like the full commission
Yes.
on every deal. That's gonna be fun.
So that's why I'm a little bit intrigued to try this.
Yeah.
Because I'd much rather be doing it while I'm capped than when I'm
For
not
sure.
trying to ramp up the.
Well, let's rock and roll. Let's do it. I mean, we have nothing to lose. So let's do it. We welcome you to the family.
I'd say there's a good possibility. I still think we need to kind of figure out the way we
Yeah, I
want
wanna-
to structure everything for us, as far as, because, I mean, if it's flowing through him, there's chances that I'm not going to get every client that comes through on the mortgage side. They may already have a mortgage company they're working with, and there may be a situation where, let's say he closes 4 deals off of this, I get 2 of them, then the cost per side in this would maybe be a little bit-
You're not making as much per transaction.
Yeah, I don't, yeah, exactly.
But you guys you for sure are going to partner in the process.
I would like to.
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So all these are just all these are basically like non-issues, right? You guys already know you're gonna partner up. So we already know that's gonna happen, right? So that's why I'm saying, like, if we get started today, you get time to figure that out. Not to sound like the hard closer or anything, but I mean, I just don't want to leave here today with excuses that are literally non-issues.
Sure.
So, not to again sound like the hard closer, but it's the truth, you know?
Yeah.
And that sometimes that's what it takes, is somebody to just say, you guys already know you're going to do it. You already know you're going to work together. You already know you're both interested. You already know this is the right time. So there's really no reason not to do it.
Yeah, I just want to figure out like the splits, you know,
Sure.
to see how much, you know, I'm gonna have to carry each month, you know.
Makes sense.
That's the really what I want to figure out. I'm sold on this. You don't have to sell me more than that.
Oh, I'm not trying to sell you anything.
I'm getting,
What I'm trying
I'm
to
gonna
do
give it a
is,
shot.
okay.
Yeah, just figuring
Depending on when I should do that, you know.
Let me ask you this. How soon would you want a campaign up and running? You know you're about to hit that point. So how soon would you want the campaign up and running?
I mean, I don't see any reason why not. I would say honestly, maybe mid-February, end of February, because we're kind of starting to get into that hot season, you know, as far as you said, seasonal leads. I'm sure you guys have generated way more leads once the weather turns nicer than when it is, you know, 15 degrees out, snow on the ground, nobody wants to work out.
That's why I brought them in now,
Yeah,
because I understand that.
yeah,
So that's why I'm saying, you know, February is going to be your time. Again, another non-issue factor, right? Like, there's no reason not to get started now, because we won't even have the campaign up until mid-February. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if that's really what you're looking for, and you want to get, you know, ahead of the curve here.
also too, I wouldn't mind seeing what my tax refunds look like. Because that could change what I would do on that.
Yeah.
If it's big enough, I'm just gonna go ahead and do the 12 months.
And that can always be changed.
I don't see
So,
yeah.
so that's what I'm saying. All these things that we're thinking about, I know I buy things too. You know, I like to buy things I really like. So that's why I'm sitting here telling you, like, all these things that you're bringing up are non-issues. And again, I have to be like the hard closer, but you know, we don't chase people down to do this. And if we sell somebody else, that's it, right? So I want to get you guys started because there's no reason not to.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So can we welcome you to the family? Let's do it. Go there, bring it in, man. Bring it in.
Hey.
You ready?
Please let us have a few, you know, maybe, I don't know, let's go grab a drink or something, talk to her a little bit. And maybe.
Well, we can even leave the room. You guys could like take a look at this, evaluate like what makes sense. Because sometimes you're just gonna stare at it. Honestly, these slides, when we have these slides up, you know, so I'll go to speaking events, right? And I'll do speaking events and literally have these cool slides and Temple helping with the slides, and like nobody looks at them, right? They look at me. And I know that maybe you guys haven't had the chance to really stare at it and really see what it comes with. So we can leave the room if you guys want to think about it. And then we'll come back in a few minutes and we'll go out there and grab a coffee. What do you guys?
I was gonna say, I could really use some water.
You give me that excuse.
Yeah,
All right, cool. We'll go out there real quick. We'll stop. I don't want to record you guys talking about what's going on. Let me stop this here.
So you would need to do 2 deals.
Yeah.
A month. So we're trying to discuss, you know, he needs to do 2 deals a month to just break even
Yeah, pretty much.
on a 50-50 split of this.
Right.
At the 5,000.
At the 5,000. At the 5,000.
All right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That's a nice deal. And keep in mind, these numbers you're projecting are without all the customer data analysis. You're going to get better as a person in the business as you start to see that data. So the emails, always send out the right survey.
I mean, is there any guarantee that we get 2 deals?
That's really on you guys. We can't guarantee you guys are going to close something. All we can guarantee is based on the stats we already have, we know what the ratios are.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not a mathematician, but that probability is kind of sexy. So 2 deals, and because that's 2 deals too, like you guys are sharing that revenue. Yeah. It's pretty much a no-brainer, right?
What do you mean?
So what if we were to say get it started like March 1? When would we, so we would start March 1 would be the month 1.
Correct. So we'll build it out now, we hold it, and then we actually launch it March 1. If for whatever reason you want to wait March 1 for the campaign to actually go live, so you won't pay us again until then.
Yeah, I'm just thinking like for like financially wise, like, forking over the $5,000, it'd be easier for me if I wait till I got my tax refund to do that.
Okay.
Which should be soon. It should be soon. I just want to
We'll
know.
split
I
it,
just
right?
want to know. I just want to know, exactly. Because I'm 100% commission, employee, so I have to kind of,
Yeah, I mean, for me as well, I mean, I think it's something both married and families. While we are the owners of the business, so to speak, I mean, it's still, hey, honey, spending
exactly.
$2,500 this month.
Sure.
For the next 3 months to,
Add another daycare.
yeah,
To the,
Yeah.
to the mix. So I mean,
Yeah. I hear you.
I mean, that's not to try to give you all these rebuttals to
Right.
it, but at the same time, these are
It's real life.
real life. And is it? I'll be honest. I mean, price wise, was I anticipating this kind of price? No, but at the same time, do I understand the value in it? Absolutely. So I don't know that today I'm like, $5,000, 2,500 on my end, or however we decide to do it. I'm like,
Is the price too high for you?
it would be too high if we don't see results early. That's my fear. My fear is not month 1, 2, or 3. It's like, it's continuing and,
well, yeah, I mean, I guess price is I think that's the issue at hand, really. I mean, because being new to the real estate business, am I gonna close enough deals in the 3 months to cover your portion or all of it, however it works out? I mean, that's real life. I mean,
Right. Yeah.
I don't want to, 3 months down the road, now I'm struggling to survive because I haven't converted enough of the opportunities. I guess that's always the fear.
Anything else? Is it just that? Is it just a converting? Not to sound
Yeah.
funny, I'm just curious. Is it
No,
just-
I think so.
I think that's probably the biggest fear is not converting quick enough, like.
Because I mean, it is an upfront deal. I mean, starting out, he doesn't have, we don't have the capital, so to speak, hey, we tried this out. Move on, so to speak.
Right.
And there's more, to me, it feels like there's more risk on our end, being where we're at in the business.
Is there anything else, or is it just like kind of where you guys are at, not sure if you're gonna be able to close the deals coming in?
I am confident if they are legitimate qualified leads and I get to this point with them, I'm gonna close them. I firmly believe that.
Well, see the difference in confidence? This is what we're talking about here. So the question is, you're gonna do some type of lead gen. Like, we already know that, right? Whether you leave here, don't get started, you do something. So, what company is going to deliver this level of transparency and sophistication? Right?
Right.
I feel like you know where I'm going with this, right? So if you're gonna spend money with them, you might as well do it with a company that's gonna offer any type of guarantee, put their own skin in the game, okay? And be able to actually qualify the leads the way you're gonna do it. So if you're gonna spend money with any company, I think you guys are, from what I'm hearing, you wanna do it with us anyway.
I guess maybe it's just the timing for in a couple more months, I got a couple pretty big listings right now. They close, boom, there's 20 grand. You guys need whatever to get started. Yeah, here you go. Let's do it.
Mhm.
Where, I'm coming out of the winter months right now. So, I got a few closings, but it's not like a huge amount, where I'm like, oh, it doesn't hurt.
Right.
It doesn't work.
Like when you get tax return.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I hear you. Okay.
I would say,
That's income I don't count on.
Yeah.
So it's like,
I can dig that. Okay.
That's why I was kind of wanting to, maybe use that as my,
Yeah.
to do this.
I don't think we're coming into this like, hey, we're just coming to talk about it. I mean, you guys go through this and wasting your time or anything like that. I think we're real interested in doing it. It's just coming to that conclusion, so to speak. How we want to do it.
Right. I mean, is there a number? I mean, is there any, like I was saying before, your guys' cost to build it out up front is why those numbers are there. Is there any alternative solutions to those? Like, if we do, I don't know, what would be a number that you would be comfortable?
The dollar ones,
Yeah,
spending per month.
yeah, right off the bat,
I don't know, probably 1,500.
1,500
Yeah, on my end.
from your end. So we're not like huge,
It's not a huge difference.
not a
but-
huge, $500 a month off essentially, but it's a 12-month commitment.
Yeah.
That's the scary part.
All right, so here's what I do. I can tell you when to do it. It's really just like a monthly thing. I understand the scenario, like, obviously, we have families and wait for the tax return. I know you want to do it, so I'm gonna give you guys an offer to meet in the middle. Like I said, we have other people that are already willing. We're aggressively pursuing Kansas City. So I want to make you an offer and say yes to it. We can get started on it. Okay, so we can't lower the price. That's one thing we cannot do because just for the fact of expenses and when we break even on these accounts, I'm gonna let you know, this might be like TMI. I do not break even as a company on these 12-month agreements until month 5. So as a company, so we are forced to play long-term game. We encourage 3 months because I break even after the first month and a half. That's why we encourage that, because it's easier for you and it's easier for us as a company, not necessarily for Temple, but for me. So what I'm going to do for you guys, if you want to do a 6-month agreement at $3,500, I'd be willing to meet you in the middle if you got started today. Because I don't break even until that 6 month. So we would want you guys to start seeing money before that, so this way you could upgrade.
So 6 months at 3,500.
Yes, you get started today.
So what is that a person?
10 months.
Same guarantee.
It's 10 grand a person.
Yeah, so it's 35 times 6 is 21. Shouldn't need a calculator to do that, but just to make sure. I was good.
Well, I would have. So can we walk you into the family?
I would like to think about it for like a day and a half.
Yeah, can we get this offer, let's say,
It expires Friday.
Right. Well, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not like this car sales guy, and I usually don't jump into these meetings. And the team doesn't even have the option to shorten contracts. That's why I want to give you that option since I'm in here to do it today. So if you want to do the 6 months at $3,500, we can do that today. But we're not going to offer that after today because there's no reason not to do it. I just want to help you guys, put you guys at ease. But the company does not make any money until you guys go beyond that 6 months. So we can't offer that after today, just to be completely honest. And I'm also helping you because I know you want to do it. I know you're going to do it. We're just waiting for certain scenarios, but they're all non-issue scenarios.
And the other one was 6 months at 4,000 a month, right?
that's the option they price that.
Yeah. So it's not a huge difference, like.
But it's an extra house and a half.
I mean, it's up to you. I mean, if you feel like we need to really work out some stuff, which I think we kind of do.
I think so too. I mean, I know this doesn't even issue. I want to do the whole thing.
I know you do.
But you know how, I mean, I'm trying to protect, and I should, I don't know if I should run it by my wife first. She gets back tonight. She's in Canada. Can you give us 24 hours?
I just can't hold on that offer because I'm meeting you guys in the middle. If you had met with Temple, which is typically how this would have worked, or any of the reps that I have, then this wouldn't even be on the table. So, you know, I'm just like a special thing, mainly because you have a referral from Jeff. I already met with Jeff. So that's why I'm willing to do it for you.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I got a little off guard when you offered that on the table.
Well, yeah,
Didn't know that was an option.
that's not an option.
Accepted it.
And what's your guys' thoughts on, are you thinking, what's the longest you've seen someone close a deal?
So,
Sorry about that. Oh,
unless Siri
That's your answer?
has an answer, I don't know. But obviously, it's all dependent on the agent. There's not much we can do on that end. We can bring the best numbers possible, but if your closing ratio isn't there, there's not much we can do. From your closing ratio, I wouldn't worry about that. However, to answer your question, not kind of skirt around the fact, we don't work with newer agents, so it's not an issue. Longest we've had was 2 months.
Remember, these aren't referrals; these are new closings coming home. So that's why I do it.
what do you think? And
I like it, for sure. For me, it's really the money thing. I mean, I'm not gonna skirt around it. I mean, I would personally like to be in a stronger position in my business to say, like you said, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I mean, I know you guys are confident. I mean, it's your product. I mean, you're supposed to be confident in it.
Well, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't break even until month 6. So I wasn't confident in the long-term
Sure.
relationship. So
It's just, like I said earlier, so we're taking it on.
well, I'm willing to put my skin in the game if you guys are. So
Can I ask you guys this?
Yeah.
Obviously, you guys want to wait, so you're a little more expensive in your business, right? It's running a little more. But may I ask how long you've been in business?
So that's kind of a complicated, not complicated, it's just kind of a weird. So I was internet lender for 5 years, and then I went to kind of a combo self-gen big bank lead system for a year, and then I've just been with Fairway where it's all self-gen since August.
So not to cut all those numbers down, because that's a big experience. Let's just cut it down to 5, just for the point.
Sure.
If it's 5 years and you guys are still not ready financially in your business, or feel ready at least, because we can all do whatever we want,
Yeah.
to expand and invest in your business to grow it more, can we agree if we don't start today, nothing's going to change?
Sure, but it's a different business model, 5 years is all leads fed to me, so to speak, and I understand that's what it's similar, but I didn't have to pay for that. It's part of the package, so to speak. I mean, I get it. I mean, like I said earlier, you got to invest money to make money. It's just, is this the time for me to do it? I mean, that's my hesitation. I mean, really.
I would say there's never a right time to do it. And obviously, I'm not gonna lie, I want you to get started with us.
Sure.
But you're either always gonna be too old or too young or not have enough money to do anything like not just this, but just anything in life in general, whether it's moving somewhere new or whatever. It's all about taking that leap of faith. For example, meeting Rob and then having him like biome agency flying up to Kansas City from California, sunny California, didn't sound too appealing. I'm not trying to offend.
I was just out there.
Yeah, not trying to offend, but it didn't sound too appealing. But I took the lead. It is obviously, as you guys know, you guys are definitely modeled with me. You guys have taken that lead many times before. I can assume that most of the time panned out, right?
And it was uncomfortable.
Of course.
Yeah.
So yes, this
That leap was without pre-kids though.
That lead was
Yeah, I
also
have-
without a guarantee.
Yeah.
100%.
Well, the leap, it wasn't gonna cost me money. I might not make money, but it wasn't gonna cost me. I don't know. I mean, honestly, I'm kind of to the point now where, I mean,